All right. So I know I have been really slacking on the videos here. If you watched my last video that I made, you're sort of familiar with everything that's kind of going on with me right now. Not too much about the personal life, just if you're keeping up with the daily news, all these executive orders have really been impacting me since I am a federal employee for right now. Um, So with that being said, I've been really doing a lot of reflection, trying to figure out exactly where I am going to move next and exactly how this is affecting me and what my path is going to look like. I'm pretty sure that I have an answer for what I'm going to do if you've watched it, the past videos, but if not, I'm not going to answer it just now. I will make another video about it here soon. You guys will find out by this coming weekend. But anyways, enough about that. I'm making this video because I've been doing a little bit more into the AI exploration and learning here. And something that I've really been antsy to get into is really just messing around with N8N. And what N8N is, if you're not familiar with what that is, it is essentially a platform that allows you to go and create and develop automated agents using AI. Now, what's really cool about this is because that really kind of aligns with what my goals are here. My goal is to create a company within this year that sells automated agents to businesses and other companies alike with to help them solve issues and pretty much just expedite um, their workflows, their daily workflows, increase productivity. And I really just want to be a part of that. I feel like this AI is about to be a huge boom, and for lack of better words, I want a piece of the pie. So I originally wasn't going to do a overview of what you're seeing here, but I feel like it's important because if you're going to be following along with my journey, it's important to understand exactly where we're going and a little bit of the terminology behind that. So if you're unfamiliar with what N8N is, like I said before, you can create automated agents here. Minimize myself just a little bit so that I can show a full clean view here. All right. So as you can see over here, this is the main homepage essentially. You can create an account. You can do a free account. There's one upgrade version, there's a pro version. Then if you really want to get crazy with it, an enterprise version. I don't think I'll ever be touching the enterprise version. I could be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong because if I have to get to that, that means I made it big. But for right now, as you can see here, I've only got 2 days left. I did the trial. It's about a 14-day trial, I believe. I'm just about out. I know I kind of slacked. But when I show you where the progress I've made, you're gonna be like, wow, you only did that much in 12 days. That's it. Yeah, like I said, I had a lot going on. I haven't had the time to really invest like I'd like to in this. Um, but that's probably gonna change very, very soon. Anyways, so this is the homepage, and when you create an account, you're gonna have different little options over here in the side. Now, this is what it looks like. You've got your main overview, which is your homepage, like I said, and this is going to show your different projects and the workflows and credentials within these projects that you're going to have. Now, the way I'm understanding this, and this very easily could change. Again, I am teaching this, so to speak, as I learn it before having much practical experience. But I wanted to get this out of the way before I moved on any further, and I just ended up losing the information and the thought to create this video along the way. But from my understanding, you've got you've got your projects and you've got your workflows within these projects. Now, the way I see it, you projects are they're their own thing. You can have multiple workflows within like right here, this is my workflow that I have, and I'll open that up here in a second. But I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think up to 5 workflows per project. And the cool thing about that is, let's say this workflow is designed to scrape data, and generate lead, or no, we're not even gonna do that. We're not even gonna say generate leads. We're just gonna say that's completely designed. That workflow is meant for scraping data from websites to help with market research. I can then take the information that is gathered from that workflow, create another workflow that'll go just below it, and let's say we'll make that lead generation, or maybe that one's the market research. The info, these can communicate with each other, which is really cool. So you can have multiple functions performing at the same time within the same project to complete the overall task. So let's say, for example, project one is we'll say project one is meant for lead generation. There's a few things that can go into lead generation. So you're going to have, I'm going to need my data scraper. I'm going to need a marketing assistant. I'm going to need a cold emailer, probably a cold caller, something that can source information from different websites such as like LinkedIn, and Facebook and other professional sites that I'm going to be able to gather information about companies that I'm going to want to use to be able to contact later on and say, hey, like, do you have any? What do you think of this? Do you have any need for some sort of automated workflow in your company? Is this something that you could use? Um, so I think that that's kind of my understanding of it for right now. But like I said, project one could be for that. And then I'm going to have multiple different workflows that work together to accomplish that main objective of lead generation. And if I'm not mistaken, you can actually have like mini workflows within workflows. So like I'll open this up for you now and you can see just how bad it is. Been playing around with it a little bit. This is an incomplete agent, but this one, it is a completed agent. It's not the best. Essentially, what this does, I'm not going to test the whole one out, but no, that's not problem running workflow. Hmm. I got to go in and fix it. Like I said, still learning here. But point is, what this does is it gives me a form that I can send out to other people and have them click on like a URL or a link. They'll fill out the form. This AI, this LLM will read the form, analyze it, and then it'll send it to an email based off the information they input in the form. What this is I don't know exactly the name of this. It's called weight. Essentially, it's like a blocker or like a regulator, essentially. That's kind of the way I look at it. It basically, the information gets to it, and then what that says is like, hey, so that we don't look like a robot, we're gonna give it 10 seconds, maybe 15, 20, maybe 30 seconds before we send our response on. And that's good because I don't know about you, but if you've ever done anything on a website, given it your information, and then immediately you get an email and you're like, whoa, hold on. I didn't want information. I just wanted to sign up. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. We want it to look authentic, as authentic as possible. And to be honest with you, even doing that, it didn't even look that authentic. I mean, it like I said, I'm still working here, still trying to learn it. But yeah, so it's super cool these things can work, and then, we could have it designed to where they'll get their email, that person responds to the email and then sends it back, and then this thing can send another response, and we can make it work to where it has a communication back and forth with each other. Um, you can do that with stuff like WhatsApp and Telegram and other communication applications, so they can have conversations with each other. And then whatever the final output is of this, we can have it work together with another one. Now, these two won't work together. This is not a good example. Don't take this and run with it. Because I'm not even going to try to open these up to explain these for you. But anyway, because it's an incomplete agent and I don't fully understand it yet. But essentially, you can make it incorporate whatever. Let's say this thing has whatever this final answer comes up with. Let's say this is a data scraper and it pulls a mass amount of data and creates an Excel sheet with a bunch of information. We can then have that Excel sheet plugged into a tool for this one, because let's say it scrapes 10,000 leads, and then this bot is meant to sort it through, or this workflow is meant to sort through it and see which ones are actually credible that we want to, cold email out to. This will be able to sort through that data and make it to where it's not sending out 10,000 emails. It'll only be sending out like the top 100 or maybe the top 200 to the most likely candidates or whatever. Um, so that's it in a nutshell. I know I kind of over explained a little bit there, but the more I explain to you guys, the more it makes sense to me. So really, this isn't for you guys. I mean, it is for you guys. Don't get me wrong, but with you ever heard when if you can teach something, then you know it better than what you thought? That's kind of what I'm trying to do here. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but if I can explain something well enough to you guys to where you understand it, that means that I'm doing my job as a teacher in a way, but that also means I have a good enough understanding of it that I can share my knowledge with somebody else for them to understand it. So help me help you guys, essentially. If I'm doing something wrong, if I could do anything better, excuse me, please let me know. Um, yeah, this is gonna be a process. This is gonna be a journey. And I'm really looking forward to the ride. I know I'm gonna be drugged through the mud here. But you guys are along for the ride to watch every bit of it. So also, to end things on a lighter note here, I don't know if you can tell, but I rearranged my office a little bit. Got some whiteboards. I have big plans for these. Eventually, when I get to the point to where I feel confident enough to actually give real lessons, um, I plan on hosting a little bit more, getting a little more interactive with you guys, maybe standing up with my phone on a stand and getting in front of the whiteboard and writing stuff down and trying to give you guys some real visuals of like as we work through it together and whatnot. So it's it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And this will definitely be a journey worth watching. Oh man, I am gonna be so embarrassed a year from now, 6 months from now. So, anyways, I'm gonna shut up. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. If there's anything that I can do better, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, dislike if you really don't like it. All this feedback helps me out. I don't care if the videos take off or not. If it's not good, please let me know and how I can improve. So, thanks, guys.